Hello, bookish friends. This is Ina from Books and Boy Bands, and welcome to One Book a Week. So, this is a series I decided to start this 2025 because I have a lot of physical books. I do have an online bookstore, but I still feel like there's just so many books here at home that I tend to ignore. I still tend to lean towards audiobooks and not pick up my physical books. So this is a video to help me go through the physical books I have here at home and read one book a week. And the first episode of One Book a Week would be featuring The Do Over by Lynn Painter. And the main reason why I picked up this book is because it's the new year. Happy New Year. And I think the do over is a nice word title to represent a new beginning, a chance to start over, to do like a reset, a restart. And that's what I'm doing on this channel anyway, restarting how I would be restarting this channel and how I would be reading. And yeah, I didn't know it was YA, but yeah, it says, and this is a romance that I will be approaching blindly. So yeah, the only goal that I have for this week is to share with you my reading journey on The Do Over by Lynn Painter. And I another reason why I think this would be a good pick for this is that Lynn Painter is an author whose name I've been seeing around bookish spaces. I know this is not like the most famous of her works, but this is what I have. And again, like I said, I really like the title. And yeah, I think the most famous one is better than the movies. And I think I've read this author once before. I'm trying to remember, but yeah. So I think this one is like a Groundhog Day type of story wherein the main character would be reliving a single day again and again. And I think this time it's Valentine's Day. But that's the only thing that I know. And I'm super excited to share with you what's going to happen. But we're going to take a peek first. Like the only thing I want to know right now is how many pages there are. And it says here 291. Yeah, there's roughly 288 books. Oh, there's roughly 288 pages of the do over, and I think this is a book that I could finish really in a couple of days. But we are an adult and we need to manage our time. So at the very least, I'd like to divide this book into 5 days. So that's roughly 57 or 58 days. And that's roughly 57 or 58 pages in a day. I might go over if like I get into the reading mood a lot. But yeah, the minimum for us to do is 58 pages. So yeah, let's get started.
I love the way you take it slow. You make this light inside me glow. You're the only one who knows me. Saturate me when I'm gray until all my colors show. I get lost in those hazy eyes. I'm in love with these lazy nights. So maybe we can stay back, lay back here and enjoy the ride. I don't wanna feel the night. I just wanna chill under the northern lights with you, with you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Sadie, you save me, keep me from floating away. Blue dream, baby, you leave me with nothing to save us.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the first update of our One Book a Week challenge. And this is The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. So far, I have read 126 pages of this book, 64 pages on the first day and 62 pages on the second day. So far, that is a few pages above the daily target of 57, which let's count as a win. And I'm super happy that this one was the book I decided to pick up because I'm starting to form again a habit of reading every day, and it's a little easier for me because again this is young adult, and it makes it much easier for me to understand and digest and process everything. It's also pretty fast paced, and I guess the setting of the book as well makes it a lot easier for me to go over everything because just like the title, our main character Emily gets to do over this Valentine's Day out of all days in her life. And this story started with like a Valentine's Day gone wrong. So in the do-over, we have our main character Emily, and she encounters a disastrous Valentine's Day. She catches her boyfriend cheating on her with his ex, and that's not a spoiler, it's in the blurb. And she encounters a bad start to her day regarding her car. She receives unfortunate news on her family. Um, and the worst part is that she is stuck on a time loop. So Emily would be reliving this Valentine's Day. And it sounds like a nightmare until she realizes that there are many things she can play around with as she keeps repeating the same day over and over. So I got to the point wherein at first I was a little unsure where the story would go, but I kind of feel like I found who our main lead is, um, especially with the cover, which was screaming at me, which I finally found the context behind it. And then so shows that he is a main character because there's a lot of repetitive things happening in the story, but every repeat of the Valentine's Day, our main character and this male love interest, they have a different conversation each time. So she gets to know him more and more each time. He doesn't, though, because it's technically a repeat. So, yeah, that's one thing. And yeah, I think we are almost halfway through the book, and I'm excited to read more tomorrow and see where the story goes. Right now, I'm unsure how the time loop would end, but so far, what we have encountered is first Emily being confused, next, Emily trying to change up things but failing disastrously. She tries to solve things properly, and she has tried also to be like a rebel so far. And yeah, let's see what lies ahead. And I might make like another update after maybe reading 100 or so pages again. So maybe Thursday, and then another update once I finish the book.
I love the way you take control. You lift me up when I get low. I gave you the right of way. Now I'm seeing sideways. But even when Saturday ends, I know I'll see you
Hello,
again.
friends. So I know it's just the third day, but we are done with The Do Over by Lynn Painter. And I am really happy that this was my first pick for January of this year because I had a good time. I am rating it 4 stars because overall it was such a fun read. It's quick and fast paced, and it's fairly light. I think it's a good starter read, and it's a young adult book with just the right amount of kilig. Um, but at the same time, it really didn't feel too childish on my end. And I do feel like I was watching a movie. So I think that is like a plus point for the author of this book. I think I've read a work of theirs before, but honestly, I cannot remember for the life of me what I thought about that book, what book that was at all. But this that was an adult romance book, and this is a young adult romance book. And I think the author is perfect for writing young adult romance. She captures perfectly the beauty of like your first heartache and navigating your unexplainable feelings, or like a crush, or falling in love, and all that was captured perfectly here. She does write good banter as well. I really liked the relationship of our main characters. And if you are a music lover, you definitely love all the songs scattered throughout this book. There's even a playlist at the back wherein you can see all the songs mentioned in this book. And because I'm a lover of music as well, I did a short, the do over playlist. I'll be sharing the link below. And I put in some songs that reminded me uh, a lot about the dynamic of our main character and her lead in this story. Yeah, so basically, follow her through different loops of Valentine's Day where she always encounters this guy called Nick, who is her lab partner, but they didn't really interact with each other. Um, but yeah, they as she discovers more and more of him through the loops of the Valentine's Day, we see our main character falling. I think at the latter part where I couldn't really stop reading the book, we discover um, our main character Emily like really not giving an F at all, and in that particular day, she just went with her impulsive thoughts, intrusive thoughts. She basically went batshit crazy, and the goody two shoes valedictorian was nowhere in sight. And she just let her all her emotions out, and she also let herself fall in the process, which is really really nice. And there's a third act breakup ish or like ghosting ish part here in the story. And yeah, I don't want to give too much information about the story, but yeah, of course, the loop at some point will finally come to an end. And it ended in, at first, a confusing way for me. Like, it ended at the perfect moment, at the same time, the worst moment possible. But I liked how that became like a character development opportunity for our lead. And romantically, this is a happy for now ending, I think. And I still am a little. We are left hanging on the family side. I am curious what Emily would be doing, like in terms of like her relationship with her parents and where her future technically would be. So basically, the only thing addressed towards the end, if I didn't really miss it. But yeah, I just finished reading it, and what I can remember, conflict parts of the book, like with Emily as a whole, like in her future education, where she will be going, where she will be staying, and her relationship with her parents are left unanswered or unsolved, very open ended. And then the romantic ending is happy for now, but it's still very happy, which I think is okay considering the age of our lead. Again, overall, I like the atmosphere. I like the magical realism thing. I liked the author's writing style. I like the pacing of the book, and the kilig or the romance was done just right for this age group. So yeah, I'm giving it 4 stars, and I think it's a really good start for our a book a week, one book a week project this 2025. I'm excited for the next weeks that again I'll be choosing my reads at random, no particular order, but I'm still excited because As you can see, I'm still trying to get the hang of the vlogging thing. I tried to squeeze in some reading updates. I don't really know if I'll include some lifestyle things. Please let me know if that's what you're into or if it's okay to just focus on the books. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this series. If you're doing something similar, please do let me know. Any reading challenges in 2025 that you're pursuing, please let me know. And yeah, thank you so much again for watching. This is Ina. Thank you so much, and may you always be in the mood for reading. Bye.